Voters in Taylor County will have 2 tax questions on the ballot this November. Both would directly benefit the school district if they're approved. The first proposal is a brand new half-cent sales tax for 10 years. District leaders estimate it would generate about $1.8 million a year for school facilities and safety improvements. That includes security upgrades, technology improvements, and building renovations. Superintendent Reggie Wentworth says much of the revenue would come from visitors, spend money in coastal communities. Now about the second measure, it would renew the district's existing quarter-mill property tax for 4 more years. Right now, about 46% of property owners pay that millage.
The half-cent sales tax would then put skin in the game for everybody. And not only that, based on our numbers, 40% of that sales tax will be generated from people coming through our community and through our county. So many people use our beach area for fishing and lodging and things of that nature that will really help us tremendously.
Both measures would require majority voter approval. The final ballot language is expected to be approved at next week's school board meeting. If you'd like to learn more about what would be on the ballot, you can find this story in the WCTV News app.